Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 2, and this is Dr. English, and I'm welcoming you to HR and hiring practices, which is such a delicate topic. And I want to start off by saying that I have probably sat through well over 200, if not more, interview panels, and I have hired numerous employees in my years of being an administrator. I've been an administrator for about 15 years, and hired a lot of teachers and other administrators, and have been in hiring panels for superintendents, assistant superintendents. And I have to say, this is the most critical thing a school district can do, is hire good people. And it doesn't matter what position it is. It could be your teacher, your principal you're hiring, or it could be a noon duty, or it could be 4-hour an aide position. But I have to tell you, in what I believe most strongly than anything, more strongly than anything, is that if you hire the wrong person, it makes your life really hard for a very long time. It could be a noon duty that you didn't do a background check on because you just needed somebody on the playground for those 2 hours. But that noon duty could cause more problems and take up more of your time than any person you have on your campus. I have made hiring mistakes. I have had hiring successes. My mistakes have been in the reason I have made mistakes is after hiring or during the hiring process, my big mistake I often have made earlier in my career is that I would get very emotionally involved with the candidate during the interview and feel like I have had a connection with that person, and then and hire the person, and then realize afterwards that I didn't do a thorough job of background checking, or of asking maybe the right questions. So what I do now is whenever I'm in a hiring situation, I bring in as many different people into the room as possible, regardless of who. I bring in a PTA member, I bring in teachers, I bring in my secretary, anyone who might be affected by that position and that person. I make sure they're in the room. And ultimately, I have the final say as the site administrator or the district administrator. I have the final say of who's hired. However, they will sometimes bring up things that I get blinded in my enthusiasm and my excitement of hiring somebody. I get blinded in seeing. So that would be my advice to you, is to make sure that if you are hiring and get in a position of hiring, make sure you're open to feedback from other people, because all of us come in with lenses from our eye. We're looking at things from a different perspective. And so that ends that part of that conversation about hiring and situations. The other thing is, speaking of different perspectives, you want a variety of people in the room, and you can even tell them, this is the person I want, these are the skills I want to see, and this is what I'm hoping to get. And they will help guide you to make your group will make sure that hey, Erin, you said you wanted someone that did that. And I'll go, oh yeah, you get caught up in one thing, and you end up going down the wrong path. So that's some hiring advice. The other thing I wanted to talk about is some of the videos that were in this unit. There's 2 very, very good videos. One of them was about what makes people want to stay at their work, what makes people stay. And I know I've brought up my my dissertation a couple times, but it was the research I did in my dissertation on principals' level of servant leadership and teachers' job satisfaction really resonated with me, and it has my whole career since I've did this research. The one thing that teachers want, the one thing, and I can even now say it's probably global, it's not just teachers, but people want it at their work, is to be listened to. So if you change one thing about what your practice is as an administrator, and you actively listen, mindfully listen to the people that come into your office, if you mindfully listen and show them that you're more important than your email, you're more important than your phone call, you're more important than tidying up your desk area. If you show them that when they walk in your office or your area, your space, that alone that's the start of making people feel better about their job working for you. That to me was enlightening because I thought, hey, well, it's gonna come out as money or people being mean to them or other things. The other thing, besides being listened to, that is coming out in research a lot now, and it's not my research, it didn't come out in my research, but in other research, it's if you work, you tend to stay where you have a friend, a close friend. So not just a friend, but if you have a close friend or a best friend where you work, you tend to stay there. So those are two things. If criteria, if you're looking to keep your group together, your teachers together, is be looking at does everyone on your campus have a close friend? So if you have somebody that's kind of a lone person out in your campus, that person might not stay very long, or they're going to stay lone, but they're not as effective. But people that have a friend, close friend, tend to stay stay at the place they work at, and if they're listened to. So your assignments are due next Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. So a couple of you have already turned it in, and I appreciate that. It's good. I'll be able to get that back to you. I probably won't get to it for a few days because I'm on. This week is pretty busy for me at work. I'm also in a leadership training. In the National Institute for School Leaders training. It's found out after we signed up, or after we were voluntold we were doing it, that it's a 3-year commitment, and I'm learning how to be a facilitator of leadership training. So I'm learning how to facilitate this training. So with that said, I'm busy for Monday and Tuesday. I'm sorry, Tuesday and Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday we have people from out of state coming to our district, and I'm hosting them, and I'm their tour guide in our district. They're coming from the League of Innovative Schools. We're working on a program called the COW Project. Yes, I did say cow, like moo cow. It's California, Ohio, Wisconsin. We have 2 teachers in our district that are working with 5 or 6 teachers in Ohio and Wisconsin, and we're working on a collaborative student project where students are collaborating with these groups of teachers to create a project at the end, and we're building this collaboration project, and it's been pretty exciting. So I'm doing that on Thursday and Friday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I'm pretty tied up. Of course I'll answer emails, but I probably won't get to your papers if you turn them in early, and I'll just be honest about that. But I will get back with your emails. With that said, I hope you're all doing well, and the weather out here is absolutely beautiful. We couldn't be luckier right now in on January 17th to have this beautiful weather. So enjoy your day. I hope you're having a good day. And I'm on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday of this week, what I'm doing is I'm hosting a makerspace training. I have about 200, well, not exaggeration, I have about 150 teachers going through a training about how to create makerspaces in their classrooms or at their schools. And we have a couple presenters one coming from Oakland. She's Samantha Cook. Some of you up in the Oakland area might have heard of her from Hackerspace. So Samantha Cook from Hackerspace is joining us from Oakland, and I have Gene Sherman from Voc-Tech, I believe. He's coming from Riverside. I'm looking for his card, but he's coming from Riverside, and they're both doing different sessions for teachers in my school on how to create makerspaces and create innovation and creativity in our students. So I'm working all weekend and all those days. So I look forward to your projects because it kind of grounds me in other things, and I'm learning from this. So with that said, please contact me if you have any questions. A couple of you have spoken to me about different times that you want to be able to participate in our online classes. I'm going to be putting out a survey this week just to make sure I capture that all in one place so I don't lose it. So if you've already told me through email, still send this in the online survey that I send out just to make sure I'm meeting your needs in this classroom. All right? And take care, and I look forward to seeing you in a week or so, or next week, and take care. Bye.